Hi Nana. We were learning question bank 2 related to the periodic table. Okay, so in this fourth question we are going to learn now. Fourth question says that lithium, sodium and potassium were put in the same group on the basis of their similar properties. Okay, that means lithium, sodium and potassium, these are the three elements. They are put in the same group because they have similar properties. So here the question is, what is the similarity in their properties? So that means in where how they are similar? Lithium, sodium and potassium. If you see lithium, sodium and potassium, these three elements, they belong to first A group. They belong to first A group. They are also called as alkali metals. They are called as alkali metals. Alkali metals. Because why they are called as alkali metals? Because they react with water. When they react with water, with the formation of alkali. When they react with water, they form alkali. So for example, lithium, when react with water, it forms alkali. Okay, lithium hydroxide. And hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, lithium when reacted with water, lithium or sodium or even potassium, when they reacted with water, they form what? This is alkali. This is an alkali. Even sodium also. Okay, even sodium or potassium also, when they reacted with water, they form what? They form alkali. So this is also an alkali. What is an alkali? Alkali means water soluble base. Okay. So all these elements, they show similarity in the formation of alkali. Okay, when they react with water. So that is why they are called as alkali metals. Okay, so in this way, here this is the most important similarity. Okay, because they react similarly. They show similarity in their chemical properties. Okay, so this is the answer to this question. What is the similarity in their properties? Even potassium also. Even the element potassium also, even the element potassium also will react with the water, okay, to form alkali. Lithium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. So these are all what? Water soluble bases. All bases, acids and bases, out of all acids and bases, all bases, they are not soluble in water. Only very few bases are soluble in water, and those bases which are soluble in water, they are called as alkali. Okay, right. So these elements are alkali metals. That means they form alkali. These metals, they form alkali when they react with water and liberate hydrogen gas along with formation of alkali. Okay, so that is the similarity in the properties of these three elements. Now let us learn the answer for the second. If atomic weights of lithium and potassium are 7 and 9, if atomic weights of lithium and potassium are, so its atomic weight is its lithium's atomic weight is 7 and potassium's atomic weight is 9. Okay, if atomic weights of lithium and potassium are 7 and 9 respectively, okay, what is the atomic weight of sodium? So these three elements, they form triad. Okay, if you see these are the triads. That means this group of element is a triad. So in this triad, the atomic mass or else atomic weight of the middle element will be the average of first and last element. So that means atomic weight of sodium is equal to atomic weight of lithium plus atomic weight of potassium divided by 2. That means average, or else simply arithmetic mean of atomic weights of lithium and potassium will give the atomic weight of sodium. So what is the atomic weight of lithium? 7. What is the atomic weight of potassium? 19. It is 19. Okay, atomic weight of potassium is, it is not 19, it is 39. Potassium is 39. Atomic weight of potassium is 39. Atomic weight of potassium, by mistake I wrote 9. Okay, just you correct it as 39. Right. So potassium atomic weight is 39. So if you take the average of these two elements, you will get what? 46 by 2, which is equal to 23. So now this 23, okay, this 23 is the, okay, 23 is the atomic mass of sodium. What is atomic mass of sodium? Atomic mass of sodium is 23, because these three are the triads. When three elements form a triad, okay, the atomic mass of the middle element will be the arithmetic mean of first and last element, or else the atomic mass of the middle element is the average of first and last element. Okay, so in this way, what is the atomic weight of sodium? So here we could able to find the atomic weight of sodium as 23 by using simple formula. Okay, right. Now we will learn the fifth answer. What is the fifth question? Why classification on the basis of why classification on the basis of law of triads was rejected. See, already we have seen why the earlier classification was rejected. Earlier classification was based on metals and non-metals. Now this is another classification, and even this classification, which classification? Law of triads. Even this classification was also rejected. What is the reason? What is the reason for the rejection of this classification? Okay. See here, law of triads. There are so many elements. Law of triad was given by whom? Dobereiner. See, so many elements were known by the time of Dobereiner. When he prepared this law of triads. But out of so many known elements, he could able to prepare only few triads. He could not make all elements into triads. Only very few elements were he could able to make triads, and he left the other elements without making into triads, because other elements they are not able to. They are not following this law of triads according to him. Okay, that means only very few elements were were made into triads, and many of the triads were left without making them into triads. So that is one of the reason for rejection of this classification. That means many elements were he could not able to arrange many elements into triads. Okay, first one. What is the first answer? I mean, here the first reason is large number of elements. Okay, large number of elements. Large number of elements cannot be grouped into triads. Cannot be grouped into triads. Okay, that means large number of elements he simply left without making them into triads. That means he didn't included them in his classification. So that is one of the reason. And here, for example, if you take a carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, its atomic mass is 12, its atomic mass is 16. The average of atomic mass of carbon and oxygen, it will become 19, because 12 plus 16, 28. 28 by 2 will be 14. Okay, that means as these three elements are forming a triad based on the mathematical calculations, but the main thing is these three elements they show different properties. They are not similar in their chemical properties. Okay, the properties shown by carbon is different, entirely different from the properties shown by nitrogen, and the properties of these two elements are entirely different from the properties of oxygen. But he made these three elements as a triad, though they are not having similar properties. That means this classification, though these elements they are not similarity in their properties, they were made into triad. That means this classification on the basis of triads, it was left a room for chance. So that means there is a chance for these elements also to form a triad, because they are following the same law of triads. According to law of triads, the atomic mass of the middle element will be equal to the average of first element and last element. So that means these three elements, they are following triads. That means there is a chance for these three elements also to make into triads. But in reality, these three elements cannot be make into triads. But he made these three into triads because there is a chance for these three elements to become a triad. Because mathematically, they are following the same the law of triads. Okay, so that is why this is based on this concept also this classification is rejected. See, mathematically if you see this law of triad is okay, mathematically this is okay, but properties wise these three elements they are different in their properties. So generally a triad should always contain similar properties. So that is the first important thing one should know. Okay, but here in this case there is a chance for making these elements into triads, but still they are not the actual triads. Okay, so what is the second answer for the second reason for this one is classification on the basis classification on the basis of triads left a room. That means there is a chance. Okay, left a room for chance. That means even such elements also can be made into triads. Okay, that means this classification, it has left a room for chance. That means even the other elements which are dissimilar in their properties, they are also can be made into triads. Okay. That means it was possible. That means it was possible to group dissimilar elements into triads. Dissimilar elements into triads. See, carbon, nitrogen and oxygen, we can make them into triads, but still they are not having similar properties. Hence, such a classification, it is a false classification. Okay, if carbon, nitrogen and oxygen also show similar properties, all these three elements, if they show similar properties, then this law of triad might be a correct one. But here, though these three elements are made into triads, but still they are having dissimilarities in their properties. Hence, this classification was rejected. Okay, right. So now we will learn the sixth answer. What is the sixth question? What was similarity observed by Newland? So now another classification. What is that one? Newland's classification. Newland law of octaves. Okay, this is what law of triads was given by Dobereiner. Okay, the next classification after Dobereiner failed in his classification is Newland's classification. Okay. Okay, so sixth question. What is sixth question? What was similarity observed by Newland? What was similarity observed by Newland when he arranged the elements? When he arranged the elements in the order of their increasing, in the order of their increasing atomic weights. Increasing atomic weights. In the order of their increasing atomic weights with the musical scale. With the musical scale. Okay. Newland. What Newland had done? Newland, he arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic weights. Okay. For example, if you see the Newland classification, in his arrangement, he arranged the elements according to the increasing order of atomic weights. For example, lithium. Okay. Because hydrogen and helium, helium was not known to him, but he didn't arrange hydrogen. So hydrogen and helium. Helium is an inert gas. Okay, first element should be hydrogen, second element should be helium. But at the time of Newland, helium was not discovered, and even hydrogen, he neglected hydrogen to put into his classification. So what did he do? Simply uh, he arranged the elements like this: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So lithium, its atomic number is atomic weight is 7. Okay, he did not kept beryllium here. Why? Because lithium and beryllium, they are not matching in their properties. So simply, as beryllium is showing different properties, he kept beryllium aside, okay, separately. Okay, he separated the lithium from beryllium. Beryllium, whose atomic mass is 9, boron atomic mass is 11. Here boron, he could not able to arrange boron with lithium or beryllium, because boron shows similar dissimilar properties. Hence he separated boron and he separated carbon, nitrogen and all these things because of their dissimilarities in their properties. Okay, after arranging these elements, so what is the next element? Next element should be neon, but neon is an inert gas, and that all the inert gases were not discovered by the time of Newland. So next element should be sodium. So he tried to put sodium here, but he found something. What is that? He found similarity in the properties of sodium and lithium. When sodium and lithium, they are similar in their properties, what did he do? He simply arranged the sodium in the lithium group. That means he make a sodium and lithium as a group, as a single group. Okay, its atomic mass is 23. And the next element, what is the next element? Magnesium. So he kept magnesium here, but the properties of magnesium, it is matching with the properties of beryllium. Hence he simply bought this magnesium and kept in beryllium group. Okay, so like this, the next element is aluminum. He could able to arrange aluminum, okay, below boron, and he could able to arrange silicon below carbon. He could able to arrange phosphorus, whose atomic mass is 31, below nitrogen, and sulfur was kept below oxygen, and chlorine was kept below fluorine. Okay, right. And potassium was kept below these two elements. Okay, calcium was kept below these two elements. Okay, right. Next, so after arranging all these elements, what did he do? The other elements, altogether nearly 56 elements were known. Nearly 56 elements were known by the time of Newland, but he could not arrange all the 56 elements in his classification. Okay, see, the thing what we have to notice here in this classification is, in his arrangement is, suppose this is the first element. Okay, suppose let us start with this one. So if I consider this as the first element, next next element is eighth element. So this eighth element after lithium, which one? Eighth element. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eighth element after lithium is sodium. So first element and eighth element, they are showing similarity in their properties. Suppose if I start from boron, okay, if I start from boron, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So eighth element starting from boron is aluminium. So that means the first, if I start from here first, if I take boron as the first element, that means if I start from boron, the eighth element to boron is aluminum. So first and eighth element, they are similarity in their properties. So if I start from any element, okay, and its eighth element will show in its similar properties, similarity in its properties. Okay, you could able to notice this. Okay, that means the first element and eighth element. Okay, first element and eighth element, they show similarity in the properties. First and eighth elements were similar. First and eighth element means don't take only this one as a first element and don't and if I take this one as first element, then this will become the eighth element. If I take this one as the first element, then this one will become the eighth element. If I take this one as the first element, then this one will become the eighth element. If I take this one as first element, then this one will become the eighth element. If I take this one as first element, then this one will become the eighth element. So like this. So that means first element and eighth element are similar in their properties. They are similar. Are similar. He could able to notice the same similarity in the musical note. What is the musical note? Sa re ga ma pa da ni. Again sa will come. Okay. Sa re ga ma pa da ni. Again sa re ga ma pa da ni. So that means the first note and the eighth note, they are similar. So this is Telugu musical note. If you see English musical note, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Again do will come. Do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Again do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. Okay, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti. So suppose if this is the first musical note, then the eighth musical note also will be same. Okay. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So starting in the musical note, the first note and the eighth note, it is similar. The same similarity it was noticed in the periodic table also, in its arrangement of the elements. Okay, so that is the similarity. So here the question is, what was similarity observed by Newland when he arranged the elements in the order of their increasing atomic weights with the musical note? In the musical note, the first and eighth musical notes are similar, and in the same way, in the arrangement of elements done by Newland, here in this case also, the first and the eighth elements are similar. Okay, that means the first and eighth are similar in the classification of Newland, and even in the musical note. So that is what the similarity noticed by Newland. So how to answer this one? Newland observed that the properties of first and eighth elements are similar. Okay, it is like the first and eighth note of the octaves in musical scale. So this is called as octave. Octave. Octave means octa. Octa means 8. Okay, a scale of 8. So in the same way, based on this one, Newland, his law is also called as law of octaves. Law of octaves. Law of octaves was given by Newland. So according to law of octaves, so this arrangement of element was done. Okay, and there is a similarity of the arrangement of these elements. Okay, there is a similarity in the arrangement of element with the arrangement of notes, arrangement of the notes in the musical scale. Okay, octave. Musical scale means here octave. Octave means musical scale. Right. So this is about 6th question. Now let us learn the 7th answer. What is 7th answer? What is 7th question? State Newland's law of octaves. state Newland's law of octaves. Support your answers with 2 examples. Support your answer with 2 examples. Support your answer with 2 examples. Okay, law of octaves. Newland has given law of octaves. Octaves means eighth element. Octa means 8. So that means there is a similarity in the properties of first element and eighth element. So what is the answer to this question? So we have to state the Newland law of octaves. Okay, Newland law of octaves. Newland's law of octaves. So we learn the statement of elements when arranged in the increasing order of their atomic weights. Elements when are arranged in the increasing order. In which order? In the increasing order of what? Increasing order of atomic weights. Okay, atomic weights. So already we have seen in the previous answer. Again, once again I'm giving lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Okay. So after oxygen, fluorine will come. Okay. After fluorine, inert gases were not known to him. Okay. So next is sodium should come. Sodium he could not place. He didn't separated sodium from these elements because there is a similarity in the lithium and sodium. If you start from lithium, see all these elements are arranged in the atomic in the increasing order of atomic masses. Lithium mass is 7, beryllium mass is 9, boron mass is 11, carbon mass is 12. Okay, 14, 16, 19. Okay, 23. So this is increasing order of atomic masses. These elements are arranged according to increasing order of their atomic masses. Okay, when these elements are arranged according to increasing order of their atomic masses, so he could able to notice the first element, notice the similarity in the first element and its eighth element. So that is why he grouped the first element and its eighth element together. Beryllium, okay, magnesium were grouped together. Boron and aluminium were grouped together because they show similar properties. So that is called as Newland law of octaves. Octa means 8. So that means starting from this element, the 8th element will show similar properties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, like this. So elements when are arranged in increasing order of atomic weights, okay, they show resemblance. Resemblance means similarities. Okay, resemblance. Okay, they show resemblance in physical and chemical properties. In physical and chemical properties. See, the properties are 2 types generally. Okay. So what are the properties? There are 2 types of properties: physical properties and chemical properties. Physical properties means like color, texture, density, okay, etc. Boiling point, melting point. They are called as similar. They are called as physical properties. And chemical properties means their reactions. Okay, lithium and sodium, they react similarly. Okay, they show similarity in their reactions. Beryllium and magnesium, they show similarity in their reactions. Boron and aluminum, they show similarities in their reactions. Okay, the reaction shown by sodium and lithium, they are different from the reaction shown by beryllium and magnesium. And in the same way, the reaction shown by boron and aluminum, they are entirely different from the reaction shown by beryllium magnesium, or else reaction shown by lithium and sodium, and like that. Okay, so that means these two elements, or else the first element and the eighth element, they are similar in their physical properties as well as chemical properties. Okay, so that means they show when the elements are arranged in the increasing order of atomic weights, they show resemblances. They show resemblance in physical and chemical properties. Okay, between what? Between first and eighth element. First and eighth element. Okay, between first and eighth element there was a similarity. So this similarity, it is similar. This similarity, it is similar with what? It is similar to first and eighth note. Okay, in the what? In the musical note. Eighth and first and eighth note in the musical note. Musical note. What is musical note? Musical note contains the notes, or else in Telugu we will call it as swaralu. Okay, sa ri ga ma pa da ni sa in Telugu. In English, so do re mi fa sol la ti. Again do will come. Okay, that means first and eighth note are similar. Okay, so like this we can we can state the Euler law of octaves, and how to support the answer with two examples. See, lithium and sodium, they show similar properties. So how to support examples? If I take examples, eighth element from lithium is sodium. Eighth element from lithium is sodium. Okay, similarly, eighth element from sodium is potassium. Carbon, silica, nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, fluorine, chlorine. Okay, so here it is potassium. So eighth element after sodium is potassium. Okay, sodium, its atomic mass is 23. Potassium atomic mass is 39. So eighth element after sodium is potassium. If you start from sodium, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eighth element is potassium. Okay, that means from sodium it is potassium, the eighth element. Thus lithium, sodium, potassium are similar in their properties. Okay, in the same way, beryllium, magnesium, okay, calcium, they are similar in their properties. See, what is the eighth element from magnesium? If you start from magnesium, then the eighth element will be calcium. Okay, so like this, if you start from fluorine, the eighth element will be what? Chlorine. Okay, so like this we can give examples. Thus fluorine, chlorine are similar, they have similar properties. Okay, in this way we can give examples. Right, Nana, we learn the other answers in the next video.